Welcome to Hot Drama TV.
For 2 years, her name disappeared from the screen. No explanations. No second chances. In an industry that never waits. Everyone thought her story was over. But before anyone noticed, she was already back. Tong Zuer Quiet Resurrection. How a fallen star returned before the industry could even catch its breath. There are moments in the entertainment industry when silence speaks louder than applause. For nearly 2 years, Tong Zuer was one of those silences. Once hailed as one of the most promising actresses of her generation, her name abruptly vanished from headlines, posters, and promotional materials. Dramas were shelved. Brands disappeared. Her future, once bright and certain, became a question mark no one dared to answer out loud. In an industry known for its short memory and ruthless efficiency, disappearing often means being forgotten. But Tong Zuer did not return the way people expected. She didn't announce a comeback. She didn't cry on camera. She didn't ask for forgiveness. She simply walked back onto the set. And before the public fully realized what was happening, she was already filming again. The fall that froze time. In August 2023, a tax-related controversy abruptly halted Tong Zuer's rising career. The response was swift and unforgiving. Her works were pulled. Her image was removed. For a young actress whose career depended on momentum, the pause felt fatal. For many celebrities, this is where the story ends. The Chinese entertainment industry is filled with names that never made it back, talents buried under scandal, timing, or public sentiment. Comebacks are rare. Successful ones are rarer still. For a long time, Tong Zuer existed only in archived footage and unfinished projects. Until quietly something changed. Testing the waters without making a sound. Her team didn't rush. They didn't provoke. They waited. When one of her previously completed projects resurfaced in early 2025, her presence wasn't highlighted. There were no posters bearing her name. No interviews. No aggressive promotion. It was a test. Would audiences reject her? Would platforms pull back? Would controversy resurface? None of that happened. Instead, viewers watched. Then they stayed. The silence that once erased her began to soften. And that was all the signal the industry needed. The screen lights up again. April 2025 marked the real turning point. Tong Zuer returned in a fantasy romance drama alongside Alan Rand, and something unexpected happened. The conversation shifted. Instead of controversy, people talked about her performance, her expressions, her screen presence. In May, another long-awaited historical drama aired. Skeptics questioned whether the story itself could still resonate, but Tong Zuer's portrayal became one of its strongest anchors. Without grand declarations, she did what actors are supposed to do. She acted. And she acted well. No breaks, no delays, only forward. Here's where her comeback becomes truly remarkable. Most actors returning from controversy take things slowly, one project at a time, carefully rebuilding trust. Tong Zuer did the opposite. Less than a week after wrapping one major drama, she appeared on another set. New role, new character, new story, almost no rest in between. Soon after, she made a guest appearance in another production, expanding her presence without overexposure. Behind-the-scenes photos surfaced online, and audiences noticed something else. She looked focused, composed, and completely immersed in her work. Not desperate, not defensive, determined. Why her comeback feels different. This isn't just about returning to acting. It's about how she returned. Tong Zuer's revival wasn't fueled by sympathy or spectacle. It was built on 3 quiet strategies: patience over panic, waiting until the timing was right, work over words, letting performances speak first, consistency over hype, staying visible without being loud. In a market where image often outweighs substance, her approach felt almost old-fashioned. And maybe that's why it worked. A rare exception in a ruthless industry. Many celebrities never recover from similar setbacks. Some attempt dramatic reinventions. Others vanish entirely. Tong Zuer did neither. Her return has been described by industry watchers as a rare case. Not because the scandal was forgotten, but because audiences were willing to move forward. That willingness is earned, and earning it requires more than talent. It requires resilience. The road ahead, with multiple projects already completed and more rumored to be in development, Tong Zuer's schedule suggests that 2026 may be one of her busiest years yet. But perhaps the most important change isn't her workload. It's perception. She is no longer just a former child star or a cautionary tale or a comeback headline. She is once again an actress being discussed for her work. In the world of entertainment, falling is easy. Standing up is harder. Walking forward quietly, steadily, without demanding applause, is hardest of all. Tong Zuer didn't return with fireworks. She returned with footsteps. And before anyone could stop her, she was already moving again. Some comebacks are loud. Others are quiet, but unforgettable. If you believe resilience matters more than noise, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this story, because the quietest footsteps often leave the deepest marks.